Hi, how everybody doing out there? I hope everybody's doing well in these trying times. My name is Coach Evan Nunez, and I am the co-defensive coordinator, secondary coach at Canyon Springs High School. But before there, I was the head coach at El Dorado High School. I was also before that, I was the co-defensive coordinator, secondary coach at Trinity International University. Today, we're going to go over running the quarters coverage and how we ran it when I was at Trinity. So, start off. When we're talking about the whole cover four concept and scheme, a lot of people think of cover four as you just dropping back and everybody just keeping everything in front of you. That's not cover four. Cover four is a zone to man concept. Meaning when I say zone to man, saying that everybody has a zone, but once that man impedes that area, it now becomes your man, okay? So as you can see here, we have, it's a 3 under, 4 deep concept. You have your 3 linebackers, or you could play, we played a 4-2-5. So this was our down safety. The Mike and the Will would switch. We can switch. That's just on the person. We have our corners, and we have our 2 safeties. Okay, so this outside linebacker or the strong safety, if you're a 4-2-5 teams, want to split the difference between the end man on the line of scrimmage, between the tackle, and the number 2 receiver. We call that apex. We want to apex those 2 players. The same goes for the outside backer on the other side. They're essentially doing the same exact thing, okay? First, after that, you have your corners playing 7 and 1. You have your safeties with heels at 10. Heels at 10, no more than 10 and a half. We want to be at about 10, no closer than 9, okay? So you want to be somewhere in there, okay? And that's just on the preference of the speed of the person in the back end, okay? That's how you want to be, but wherever they line up, they need to be lined up at the same exact depth. Everything needs to look exactly the same. Okay. Just want to put that out there. All right? As it pertains to run, your backer is front side A to back side B. Your 2 backers or your safety and your backers are force. But the key to this defense is these safeties are primary force players as well. Okay, so they're in the run game right now. So the reason that they're at their depth is because they have a quick trigger. If they see run, they can play run, which is why in cover 4, the safeties are susceptible to play action pass because they will get the run read first and then have to retrace their steps to get back to play the deep ball because they are run primary. Okay. So we have here corners of 7 and 1 shade, 7 and 1 shade of the number 1 receiver being inside the number 1 receiver. You got that strong safety player, because I told you we played at a 4-2-5. That strong safety player is no deeper than 6, but the difference between the tackle and number 2. Safety's heels are no deeper than 10 yards. We want to line up on top of the number 2 receiver. Now, the thing about that is they should be able to figure out if they want to be on top or a tad bit outside, depending on how that player lined up, or do he want to be on the inside, knowing that they like to run big posts, he has to get ready to run things like that, okay? The backers are 1 yard closer than that strong safety, but he has the same exact DB. He's splitting the difference. And like I said, we want to be able to reroute these slots. We want to be able to reroute these guys to allow them to have time to read run and then take their eyes from the run back to their man, could essentially be their man. Okay? Now, this is the thing with quarters. And I go back to it. The safety's job, if the number 2 receiver to his side goes away, his eyes automatically go to number 1. Okay? He is to rob the curl, and curls happen somewhere between 12 to 10. He's either robbing a curl, driving on the dig. Digs happen at 10, 12 to 15. He's driving the dig or rolling with the post. Listen, when they get post, this corner should be on the top shoulder of the number 1 receiver, and he should be right underneath it, so it should turn into an automatic bracket between between the corner and the safety, no matter what side they run it to. Okay? If you get double post, safety has to play with number 2. He has to go and tell that corner to make sure that he's staying on that upfield shoulder at number 1. Don't try to break underneath it, because a better ball beats you and he's off to the races. You want to stay on the upfield shoulder to the number 1 receiver. And we're the same thing with the number 2. We know that the middle of the field is where they want to attack. And if they can attack the middle of the field vertically and hit us in certain areas, there's nothing that we can do about it. All we can do is get the man down to the ground, hopefully, and live to play another down. This backer has to drop off of the number 3, which would be the back in the backfield. He has to drop off of him. So he wants to open up. Let's get a little bit more. We would hope for a tad bit more depth just to close the middle of the field, because we know that the middle of the field is open right now, and that's where they want to attack. So there's a good look at it. All right, you see it. The corner was a little bit slower at the top, but that's fine. That's the coverage. Everything looked clean. I wish he wasn't on his heels so much. You see how he's falling back? We don't want to fall back. We want to sit comfortable. We want to be comfortable. You see the corner down here. He's a little bit more comfortable with it, taking his time, still lifting up a little bit more, but he feels a vertical threat, so he turns to go. I respect that. I don't have an issue with that. I just wish that he would sit down just a little bit more, slow it down, because he didn't really push it yet. We still want to be able to stay with our shoulders square on that number 1 running the curl. We should be able to be at least at 16. If he's breaking a break 14 back to 12 on a curl, we should still be able to be sitting with our shoulders square, ready to break on that and drive that now. Great job by the outside linebacker here. He touches the man. That's all we need. We want to get to it. He knows that they ain't coming to his side. The safety up top, he turns the shoulder too fast, but I think he sees it. So he goes ahead and he does that. But all in all, not too bad. Not bad, and great job by the down safety, making sure that he comes down. He makes sure he touches that man. He reroutes him enough. He goes ahead and hits the ground. Disrupts the whole play, comes off of that. We drop the ball. Great job by the secondary altogether. Okay, here, so let me go back. Here we get a smash concept by the offense here. But we're playing press. We're playing bail. We're showing press, but we're going to bail out of there. Still playing the number 2 receiver, playing the depth of him, because the whole key to playing zone is to see number 2. Number 2 is the key to the city. So even the corners are helping on number 2. So as long as two stay vertical, we stay vertical at the corner spot, okay? There's the smash concept. Now, what can happen is sometimes your eyes get bad sometimes when you get down into that bell because now you're trying to jump hitch, but you know that you're supposed to be sitting over the top of it. Just like you get a bracket from the post from number one, and he's over the top, the corner's over the top, and the safety is rolling with the post. Essentially, you get the same thing out of smash in our concept. Because now your eyes are on one, so now the corner is sitting underneath the number two receiver, and now the safety is on top shoulder of that man. So we should get a force throw to the hitch, if anything, and we should have a linebacker or a safety or a down safety punishing this man for catching this ball if this ball is thrown this way. Okay? Because let's be truthful, we want to make sure that they feel everything that they catch. There's no reason that they should think that it's okay, because it's not. We have to make a play, and we need to get that man to the ground, and we need to do it with force. So you see on the backside, this man is going to vertical shuffle, and you'll see him take post. He make a great play on it right here. I wish he could have stayed up. And like I said, some people have the speed, some people don't. But no matter, this guy is a dog, an All-American, and he makes the play. He does a great job here. Great breakup by the kid. Great breakup. So here you see them in the 20 personnel, 2-by-1 set. And it's real easy for us. We still have it's still 9 players in the run game. It's 9 of them in the run. So we become even more we become even more flat-footed and be ready to play downhill versus a 21 personnel set, because that is or a 20 personnel set, because we understand that this is more of a run type situation. Depending on down and distance, things like that. I'm just talking about. Great job by the backer. Everything was short. We got to our drop. The depth was clean. Made a play. Okay, now you see here. Now we're playing a blanket coverage. I call it blanket because everybody's on the same level. Everybody's at the same depth. Now I'm telling my corners to be extra slow. There is no reason for you to get out of there. There's no reason for you to even think about turning. You should have eyes, see into one out your peripheral. You should be able to see into that backfield. And like we said, we've all played the vertical of number 2. The vertical of number 2. As long as number 2 stay vertical, we stay vertical. This is going to be a great job by this corner down here. Take his time, look, sees it, drives, beautiful. Beautiful play by this corner. Look at the safety, taking his time. Great feet, okay? Great feet. Great feet by this safety right here. Puts him in a good place. Great way to drive the football. Does it again, sees it, runs with the post. Good breakup. We're right on top of it. Good play. Good play. Watch the feet of the safety. Watch the feet of the safety. He has some great feet. Young kid. He was a freshman going into his second year. Getting together. Good feet. More of a backpedal. I wish he would have Cleo more. But still great feet. You guys see that again. So you see how the play action pass can influence the safeties. With the run read, you see him here. Great job by this backer. Safety sees it. Because the backer sees it and was already dropping onto that guy, came across his vision, he took it. Now, this is one I can't show you with them in the run game. We're playing Bell here again. Great mesh by the offense. They caught us. Make sure you got to make sure that those eyes are very, very disciplined. Got to get down into that run game once he sees it. Not bad by the safety. Got to stay up. We in shorts. We get no better than that. But it's competitive out there some days, man. We got to stay on our feet. This is us in blanket. Once again, you see the corner. He ain't going nowhere. They don't have nowhere to go. Should have been an interception. We should have been out of there. But, hey, good things happen, though, when you do the things that are right, man. This is us in the spring game, man. You just got to make a play. Got to make a play. So I want to thank you guys for viewing this video. You can follow me on Twitter at Evan_Nunez24. You can also email me at Evan_Nunez24@yahoo.com. Thank you. Have a blessed day. See you guys soon. God bless.